Good morning, everyone. It's Rita here, and as you know, I've been doing a lot of organizing, and I came up with this idea, and I bought this desk file sorter, which I used to use when I worked in the office, and we would file our invoices that we received from our vendors, and so I would put them in the date that they were due. So in other words, if it was due on the 4th, then it would go into the 4th, and so on and so forth. I think we had alphabetical one too, but this one is all numbers, and it goes down to 31. Now, it's an expandable type folder. You can see here, like an accordion. And to run across these in a thrift store like I did, I think it was probably $1.91 or $2 something. And in order to, like I said, come across these, it's very unlikely that you will. And I guess you could purchase one online still. I should have looked it up, but I didn't do it. I'll let you know though if I find it on Amazon or something. So anyway, what I did then, I just how I make those little paper clips from, let's see, I got them from not Botanical. Can't think of her name. Eva at, I want to say Boho's. I don't know. Anyway, they're just, folded paper, and a paper clip goes inside, and it leaves an area for like a tab up here. So I went through and put colors on all of these pages that I've done so far. So yellow. Now, I thought I'd turn my book upside down, maybe. No, I guess not. So in this pile of yellows, I was starting to go through my papers and in my organization mode, and all these papers yell yellow to me. Okay, even though they're not, the yellow pops out more than any other color. So that's how I arranged them at this point. I may change my mind, and that's why I wanted these paper clips, because if I choose to put a different color in here, I can put a new label or something like that. These all, well, that one isn't really, oh, wait a minute. These are all, yeah, these are my blue pages. Those are my yellow pages. So here I have all, that I found that I thought said blue to me. Okay. And then on this side we have purples, things that said purple to me. Because I was going to sort them by florals, by, different things like that. Like this would be more, grungy, or not as flowery maybe. I don't know. But anyway, that was my plan. So I'm not going to go through every one of these, but just to give you an idea. Some green. I put these leaves in here because leaves are green, but this is no color. And I'm sure if I'm looking for a green leaf, I would be going to the green section. Okay? So, since I know you don't have one of these, I decided to make one. Okay. I do have a mess. I do. I should probably have started with my camera and showed you what kind of mess. Okay, so I decided, all right, I'm going to make one. So I studied that as much as I could to make this. Oh, I know what I wanted to do, though. I wanted to get double stick tape. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. My double stick tape is weird. I got it on sale or something, and I don't know. Plus it just takes forever to get it off. I do have this roller one, and we'll see how that works. But Okay, so the first thing I did was I needed to determine what size I wanted my front cover, which this is not very strong. So I think if I keep this one to use, I will just put a couple more sheets of scrapbook paper on top. You know, ones that I don't like or something, and I can build it up to be a little bit stronger. Now I cut this down. I cut this down because of the file folders. Now see, this one sticks out, but you can make it whatever you want, but you need to make sure that your paper will be within the perimeter of where you know, cut it down. So in other words, you want all your papers inside. Okay, so in some cases, let's check this one. So we'll be okay there. We're on that side. I'm just, yeah, so those will fit. I think I would also cut off these tabs. And I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I would cut like 2 or 3 at a time, because they're not all going to come out the same. You see what I'm saying? But you can do that. You're going to dry fold this together. At least I would, before I do any gluing or anything. Okay, so let me show you how I did that. So here's the cover. So here's my file folders, and I have 100 of them, and they're letter size 3 tab from Walmart. And I don't think they were more than, I don't know, maybe $6 or $8 maybe for 100. So now, after figuring this all out, we need to cut these down. Okay, so let's see, I kind of want to, okay, so the first one, the first page that attaches to the cover, this is 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut a 3/4 of an inch past that on this file folder. So, and they're all going to be the same in the end, but I want to show you. So if you can see from here to here is 3/4 of an inch. Now, if you're going to use regular paper, which you could do that too, you could use your old scrapbook paper or whatever. So that's the part you want to make sure you have left hanging over. So then I'm going to move this down to 3/4, which is, I don't know if you can see it because this is bigger than. So here's 1 inch, but I'm going to move this line to the 3/4 inch here and bring that down and cut it until you can cut it any way you know how. Now we're going to have this as waist, but I don't think I'm going to waste it. I mean, obviously I can make card backing, I can make belly bands, I can make, I'm thinking about even making pockets to go in these folders. Okay, so now this one, because we folded that, cut that, I'm sorry, to fit here, we're only going to glue this part here, and then it's going to be stuck to the I'm afraid to pull this out sometimes if I'm going to mess it up. All right, so this is going to go on the wrong side, of your cover, and that's going to line right up to there. So the reason I wanted to use tape is because if I glue it, I don't want the glue to spread out where the tape won't. I can't even see this tape. All right, so now I'm going to take this and set it on here. I've already measured that these are the right. I'm not at all used to working with tape, so just get one corner here lined up. Okay, and then we'll just go down the line. Okay. It's a little off there, but you know, that happens. Okay, so now we have this, and I've already cut the next page 3/4 of an inch over, and let me remind myself how I did this. Okay, so now this one is going to go along that line, so it's going to fold even with this side, okay? But you're not going to glue this. You're going to glue this. I think that's correct. Hold on, let me make sure. Yes. So see, when you glue this part here, I know it sounds confusing, but it's not that hard. It's just doing the first. Now see how that V is right there? If I glue that shut, then my pages won't be expandable. All right? So we want them to have some room to grow as you add more papers. I guess you don't have to make it 3/4 of an inch. You can make it it's hard to see this is clear. You could make it 1 inch, or I made it the 3/4. I was just gonna make it like 1/4 of an inch, but okay, hold on. It's hard to remember which way it goes. Okay, so this sticky part, yeah, glue would be much easier. Okay, come on. So now we have this first V section. Close that, close this, and then the next one goes on. And it's going to go like so. So basically you're going to lay them on top of each other. I'm going to try glue. This is PVA. I think I'll be okay as long as I don't get real close to that edge. If I have to go back, I can always stick it down. I don't need that much glue. So it's got to be folded down, not that way. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's for you. At least I think it is. Okay. Now we have a couple more expanded. Some of that tape. All right. It's really fairly easy. Okay, so this part, it's hard to remember that this whole thing goes over. This time I'm going to leave it flatter. And I know me, by the time I get done with the whole accordion thing, it'll be going way off. So as you go along, you keep making this. You can make it as many pages as you'd like. Okay, so that is, so I'm not worried about what's happening here, you know, along here, because I feel like I might just cut them straight off. And they don't all have to be, like I said, they just have to be able to not have the paper stick out. Okay, and then after you're done, you would put your last cover, whatever you choose to make the back of your book. So, I don't really want to make a whole book because I don't really need it at the moment. I want to decide if there's something else I can do that works just like this. You could make this, you could make it just the size of your paper, at least on this edge. Now see, this part doesn't really want to come out. This part's going to be, but like I said, it's it's kind of like your own thing. So if I was to, let me just get a couple of these. So now you could put these on the side like this. So when you opened your book, you could see it. I put mine on the top because this is going to sit in a file folder box, and not a file folder box, a cubby box. And I felt like I wanted to see the top of them and not have to remove this. Okay, so you can decorate this any way you want. So I was thinking on the inside of these, we have these extras, and we can glue them all the way up to the hinge here. So I don't know, a pocket that deep might not be. I don't have enough light. I think it's because I forgot to turn the light on. Let's do, let's see how many. I think 5 inches would be decent. I don't know if I can get 2 pockets out of it or not. I'm just going to mark this at 5. And I guess you could measure each page individually so you're not my head is just thinking about something. I was wondering about wrapping it, the pocket. Yeah, I'm just going to do it this way. Well, see, that's not good. Okay, hold on. It has to be inside this section. Alright, so if I cut it off this way, that gives me a card here, journal card. So, not a journal card, a tag. This is so much easier than turning it around. The little piece I did the other day, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm such a dingbat. So there's a journal card, a tag backing we've got out of that. And then I'll take this and that's another, I would say another tag also. Okay, then we've got this, it looks like a file folder. And this would fit on here. But I think I would, because that would be very tight. But what my thought was, when I'm finished, well, for instance, I cut off the top of that. I don't know if I have any spare pieces here. I just don't know what I do with anything. Okay. So let's say I had this in my leftover with my paper, and I want to keep my scraps with the paper that I used, the same kit, let's say, or the same colors. Then those could fit in here, in the back of your pages. So, let me see. Let me get some pages. Oops, there's a scrap. That's what I wanted. Oh my gosh. It's like I can't reach. Oh, that's thick. No, it's not scrap of paper. So here I've cut some off. So this would be sitting out here. And then with the pocket here, I think you could store some of your smaller pieces. Maybe not that one, but obviously this one. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But what I want to do is you could, my room, everything is just piled up. Okay, I want to cut it because we already cut it to the correct size. going to leave that and see what happens. So I'm just going to score this a 1/2 inch on this side. I'll make it a little smaller, but if you decide to do this beforehand, I don't know that I need it on the top, on the bottom or not. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot see anything. Yeah, I've got my glasses on, the right ones. It's just this color against, you know, plain against plain. Let me ink it, and it won't be so plain. Or you could even run a belly band down the center of this with leftover cardstock or file folder. Also, you could do, let me just do an example. Do I have one here? You could do a folder in here. That might be kind of cool. And then that's already there. So each page you could do some other attachment to make it work. Okay, I'm just going to set that right there. I may need to cut that off though, huh? If I was to cut that off, it would only be that much. Well, I don't think I'm going to cut these until, let me check something before I do that. I just want to see if the pages change size any. They're still completely the same size. Okay. I'm going to try to cut this off just to see what happens. We know that I don't want to move. Those papers, yeah, they kind of fit, but they're, so this is going to expand to allow to expand that much, I think. Well, I guess I probably wouldn't cut them yet. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will come up with some clever way to do this. So I think I'm going to try to keep the pocket out of the way of this, because I don't know if that's would hinder it. It shouldn't though, but I don't know. All right, I'm just going to glue this down. And I'm not going to put it at the bottom I mean of the fold. Probably should have started here. It's been pretty hot here. It's like 90. I don't know if today's going to be 90, but yesterday it was. But I think we're getting, oh, maybe tomorrow we're getting showers. It doesn't, I don't worry about it unless there's a party coming or something that we have to. There was an app one time, we were going to have family reunion here, and I found an app that tells you exactly what the temperature is going to be on that particular day. And I mean, how they figured that out, but they did. So anyways, so we can use this, you know, to store. I would store leftovers in there. And see, now I should have probably took it all the way to the bottom. But live and learn, right? Okay, so I guess that's it then. I don't know how long I've been. That's good. Now I can move on and work on my room some more. But I think you could, you know, you could do it for a lot of different things that you want to store. And you have all this expandable room. I feel like this, let's see. It seems like, I guess they're okay. So that's how it would look. This is the part that's throwing me off, but I thought the file folder would be the only thing I could use, unless I use scrapbook paper to be between, which I could do that too. It's just not as heavy. These file folders are not real heavy anyway, though. They're kind of light. It's the ones I printed on. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you in the next video and see how it's getting out of line. You have to be very careful, and you know, if I could turn it, say, this way and that way to put them on, it would be easier. All right, so I'll see you next time. Bye.